here with Build-A-Page. Let's build some page kits. I do actually have a few here that I've already started, so I'm kind of going from these, and then I'll just fine-tune them a bit, add a few more things, I think. I do have to build one from scratch. Yes, one from scratch, so I've got my empty plastic here to be able to put it into. I'm thinking maybe a Christmas one because the 25th falls through this week, and so it might be fun to just do something Christmassy during Build-A-Page week. But let me show you what I have so far. So in the live that I did on February 1st, I created 3 page kits using all of my kind of vintage Wild Whisper stuff. So older stuff that I had in my stash from Wild Whisper dating back to like 2017, 2018 type thing. I created 3 kits with that, and I've used one of them to create a layout. Do I have that layout close at hand? Not really. I've already created a layout on the live that I did 2 weeks later. So just let me get my bearings. What week are we? So it would have been last week. Yes. I did a layout with this particular kit. I put up a poll to see what everybody wanted, and they chose the teal kit. I kind of named this one the teal kit, this one the grayscale kit, and this one was just like a mixed kit. There's lots of different things going on in this one. But I think I can rebuild with what I have left over from this kit. I can build something again and kind of put together another kit with what's left over. And then this one I haven't touched yet. This one I haven't touched yet, but I think I could maybe fine tune it. And then the last one that's not really a kit, it's literally just this. I started putting this page together for a Craft IQ, and then I didn't get it finished for the month, but I'd really like to maybe do something with this. It is completely out of the sort of style that I've been working with this month, because when I'm working with my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit, we're doing themes this month. I'm trying to stick with those themes, but I have this just sitting around and I'd really like to get it used up. This is the paper that I did. There's a stencil here, and I sprayed some mists over it, and then while the stencil was down, before I peeled it up, I actually blotted some of it just because it was a metal stencil, and sometimes I feel like when I pull it up, the colors kind of pool and can drip. So I just blotted it and ended up with this really cool napkin that has this beautiful pattern on it. So I kept the napkin. I don't know if I'm gonna use it with this layout, but I did keep them together because I think it would be really fun to get this used up at some point somehow with this beautiful pattern on it. So those two things are together, and I already have the picture picked out for this particular layout. So all of that was already there, and a few months ago, gosh, how many months ago has it been now? There was actually another Craft IQ layout that I started from literally the very first Craft IQ that there was. Craft IQ challenge that Jackie put together. I had started the layout and I did maybe the first 3 layers, and then for whatever reason I wasn't able to finish, and I created a kit around that a few months ago. So I thought I might as well go ahead and throw this in and make a kit with this one, and yeah, keep up that trend. So that is what I'm gonna do. So this is one page that we'll build. And then let me show you what's in here, because I think I put, sorry, my phone is gonna ding. I think it's actually the Build-A-Page ladies that are chatting, and my phone is dinging while I'm putting this together. Okay, so I wanna pull this apart and just go through the papers and remember what it is I put in here. Because as I was building, it was a live, and it was my first time hosting a live. And so, you know, it was kind of like all eyes on me, and yeah, I wasn't really sure. Sometimes my ADHD brain kind of hyper focuses on things, so I was just really focused on like pulling out scraps and I forget what all I put in here, which was really kind of a fun thing about creating with the last kit, because I sort of had to try to remember what it was that I actually put together. So, okay, so I have these 2 branding strips. This is all Wild Whisper. I have this piece of paper that I was thinking I could cut the labels out of. I have this gray paper, or I could use the other side. I have this paper with this is actually, it had sort of like mountains on it, but I love this side, so that's what I've sort of been saving it for. Then I have this with this branding strip as well. I have this piece here, which these are 2 sort of very contrasting, opposing patterns, but they have some similar colors to them in the sort of like dark teal, the gray, almost black here, different beiges. This color and this color, they're not exactly the same, but they're kind of on the same scope, I think. The grays with the different grays, that's sort of where I was going. This green is sort of, you know, similar to this green, and then there's the teal, which is in here, so I felt like that kind of matched. That's why I called this the mixed kit, because it's really genuinely just a crazy mix of stuff. Here's what's on the other side of both of those large pieces. Then I also threw this in just because I felt like I needed a full background. This, I love this side here. I've struggled to use this side, but I felt like maybe this side was a little bit more neutral, but I think this was one of the papers that in the live I kind of didn't know where I wanted to put it, if I wanted to even use it. But anyways, that is the mixed kit. And I think I might want to just narrow it down just a little bit, because I don't know if I actually need all of these papers. So I wonder if some of this teal could actually look kind of cool on this background. So I'm thinking I might pull this and put it into the teal kit, and also pull this and put it into the teal kit. It's very kind of textury, but let's see if that works. These are the scraps that I have left over that I didn't use. And this, and then this, but actually this looks better with this, so I might go over here. These are the same collection, so maybe I'll pop that over here. And then I've got this going on, and that could work. I don't know, I could make it work. I could. The colors all match, even on the other sides. This one maybe not quite as much, but I just liked the light color of this, and then there's some mint in here and some peach, and so I kind of gave a little bit of a contrast. Then I used mostly this solid piece here, and this is solid, so that's sort of what I was working with the other layout. So I think that could work better. So let me keep these together. Oh, here you can see this is the same piece of paper. These are the mountains. Okay, so I'm gonna keep those together, and we can maybe add a few things. And then, do I love what's going on here? So those work really well together. This actually works, I think, and this is a very similar color to what's in here. Not exactly the same, but very similar. So I could do something with this side and maybe fussy cut a couple of the feathers out if I wanted. So I'm gonna leave the paper in but flip it on the other side. We'll add this branding strip back. We'll add this. I think this one also works. The green is slightly different, but I still think it goes. And then this gray, I think now works a bit better, and those labels. Okay, so we're gonna keep that together and see if we can get some embellishments and a picture to go with that. So let me throw this back into Page Protector. And did I say that the kit, the How to Kill a Kit with Style Kit theme for this month was vintage, and that's what inspired the whole idea of going through my Wild Whisper stash and finding kind of my vintage stuff. The live was for Wild Whisper because I'm on their design team, but I also just don't have a ton of sort of traditionally vintage styled collections. It's sort of not my favorite style, and so I thought maybe I would interpret it by just going through my stash and finding things that are kind of vintage in my stash, and so that's where these kits were inspired from. So not vintage in the classic sense, but vintage as in all the original Wild Whisper collections and vintage to me. Okay, so this is the grayscale one that I put together. So I have this piece of paper from Handmade. This is what it is on the other side, but I just love the black and white stripe. I've done this many times on my own, and so I just really love that. Then I have these black and white mountains. Oh, and this is what's on the other side. If I don't use them on this paper, I could always just take this and pop it into the teal and have more of that. So, and then I cut some cameras. So I've got a strip. It could be gray on this side, or I could use the cameras and fussy cut some of them out. I could, you know, cut it in half and do whatever. So that one's gray on both sides. I thought that worked well. Here's another variation of gray. The other side is color, but I was picking it for the gray. And then because there's so much pattern in there, I wanted something solid. So I found this piece. This is what it is on the other side. Really, you could do something with this too and just have that pop of yellow be that hyper contrast, but I don't think that's what I'm going for. I think I wanted to use it on this side, and you can see how suddenly having this available to kind of break up all the patterns just makes each of those patterns stand out a little bit better. So that was the plan with that one. So I think this is pretty well put together. And then I also did pull out some more of these labels. I don't know if I want to keep the blue in there or not. I could always just color them or change them if I wanted to, or cut the blue out. This label doesn't have any, but we'll see. I threw it in there. So that is my grayscale. So I'll go ahead and put this back into its page protector until we kind of get into some of the embellishments and things like that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need one totally new page. And I think I want to do Christmas. So let's pick, oh, I don't want to, there we go. Okay, here is what I have so far for Christmas. So I've got all my pictures put in place. I finally printed them all out, and I've got them all put down, and we're set to go. So I just need to decide which pictures or which page I want to do for Build-A-Page. Do I just start at the beginning? I mean, that kind of makes the most sense to me, but sometimes when you're going through, something will pop out and inspire. Let's see, what's this? So this was day 1. It was the advent calendars and the return of our elf. So maybe I could just start with day 1. I gotta figure out a nice way to put this all down without covering up this beautiful poinsettia. That is the goal. Okay, let's do that. So I'll pull out, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna do both because I feel like I'm sharing the same background paper for day 1 and day 2. I'm just gonna pull this whole thing out. Yeah. That way I don't have to try to leave things in. Let me pull this out as well. Okay. Actually, no, I'll pull this, put that back there, and put this in this way. And then I've kind of got my album set up properly, and then I've got my photos here. Okay, this is what we're gonna do for page whatever day lands on the 25th. We'll throw that in there, and then these two in there. Okay, 5 pages. Let's get some embellishments. I'll start with this one because it's already there. I don't want to add too much extra on this page because I definitely don't want to start filling up and losing the poinsettias. But I do like the idea of maybe adding in a couple of dots that kind of match the berries. So I'm gonna throw my Stampin' Up! Dots in there. And then let's see if there's just a couple other things. The other page I have this, and this. It's like a candy bag. This could fit in behind there and pull out. Maybe. That wasn't necessarily how I was planning to do it, but it could work that way. So what else matches that? And this is the pattern. Could add a little tag to the back of each of these and put them in the little bag. I've got that tag, and I've got those tags. I think this tag might be too, oh no, it works actually. I mean, I'll clean this up. I kind of just ripped it so that it was in the right place, but I could make this work. Okay, so let's see. Fa La La, Merry and Bright, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. We'll do that one. Okay, I think that works. Do I still want these? I don't think so. I like the bigger tag, I think. So I could always do something on the back where it kind of folds like this and opens. So maybe just one little thing that could go here. And then what else could I kind of decorate this with? Okay, I've got to remember to put those in because I think that's what I'm using to count down my numbers, or count my numbers, or indicate my days is actually what I'm trying to say. Let's see if there's something kind of cute in here. That I could put on the back. That I can just decorate so that when I fold that picture over, it's not just plain white. Do any of these say elf? Nope. Does this say elf? Nope. Does this say elf? Oh, this is oh dear. So I could actually use that. That would work. That would work. And maybe... not really. Nothing's really jumping out at me from my Christmas stash lately. But let me cut that little oh dear, because that can at least go with the dear page. All right, that works. Yes, I do keep all of my Christmas stash in a dinosaur themed binder and pencil case because I love dinosaurs. That's literally it. I just thought it was super cute and wanted to use it, and so I am. Maybe there's a card that would work. Just to kind of give some coverage to, oh, here, like this. I mean, it's not a reindeer, it's a deer, but the green doesn't work great. Oh, but I could use that if I wanted to. Yeah, I think that works. Okay. I'll go ahead and do that. And then, I didn't really see much of anything else. Let's see what's going on in here. My Christmas stuff is just so random. It's really, really random. Yeah. And I'll just pull out day 1 and 2 from here. One, I've had these in my stash for a very long time. I got them on clearance because I got them for $1.74 because it was missing number 24. There's two 23s. So I don't know if it came that way from recollections or if someone maybe went in and switched. Who knows? But I figured I can get them all used up to 23 and then 24 can be something else, or I could just add something on top of the button to make 24. So I bought them. All right, so I've got this, which, you know, it's a little bit bigger than the actual photo, but I can make it work, I think. Yeah. This and this with this and this. This will be in there somewhere as the number 2. And number 1 will be on this side. I could probably tuck that in somewhere. And then I have my pictures. I'll have to figure out how I want to put those on. And some enamel dots. And maybe some cute little gnomes stuck somewhere too. Okay. That's all I'm going to do for this page kit because I'm trying to get this done. And I feel like if I start to overcomplicate each page, I'm just not going to get it done. So if I need to grab some other things, it might be something like some spray mists or some sequins, that kind of thing. But I think these 2 pages have enough going on that I don't need to add any extras. So we'll go ahead and put those into there. And there is 1 page done with photos and embellishments. All right. Oh, and my oh dear, that's got to get in there. Almost forgot, almost forgot. There we go. Okay. Move this to the side and let's pull out this guy because I already have the pictures. So now I just need some extras to go with it. So let's go into my kit first. Might as well go into that first and see. I could probably use a title from one of these. Maybe on the list? Because it was a place that was on our list to go. And then I can just do a little journaling about how it was on the list of places to see when we were in Seattle. So that works. So on the list, got a title. Don't overthink it, don't overthink it. Maybe I can get a few words. This is the small talk. Great things take time, stay simple, throw kindness, it's always small pieces. The small pieces that make the big picture. That works, I think. Okay, I just have to figure out, I'm gonna put it on top of the page protector for now, but I'll have to figure out a better way to kind of store those. Travel the world over to find the beautiful. We could probably use that because we did travel to go find that. I could use this one as well, fall in love with as many things as possible, because we definitely all really enjoyed being there. So we'll stick those in there. I would like to get some paper, I think. So let's go to this pad and see if there's anything that kind of pops out. This could work. I do have yellow in there, so that could work. I don't know, it might be too busy too, but yeah, bud. Maybe some black and white. Yeah? Oh, be careful. Okay, that's probably good. I think, do I have anything more kind of on the blue? I have a pink. That could also work like that. So I've got black and white, I've got the yellow. I need something blue, I think. What else have I got in here? Got some of these embellishments that have some blue, but again, not really the, well, this one could be. This one says, doesn't really apply. It says like, Manufacture Française Dame et Cycle Saint-Étienne. So it's not really anything to do. There's this that says Adventure. It's sort of bluish, so I could throw that in there just to have something as a bit of an embellishment. So okay, let me push this back and let me just pull this out very, very quickly and do a very quick run through. If anything blue kind of pops up, I'll grab it, and if not, we will leave it as it is. There's this. Is that sort of the right? Maybe it's slightly off of the right colors. I was thinking like this, but maybe, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and throw it in there because I think it could possibly work, because if there's all different shades of something, it might not necessarily stand out as being completely different. So a blue paper would be great because then I can add layers. I also have some of these, and is any of this blue kind of the right blue? There's like this blue here. I've got adventure, I've got a bubble, I've got a geotag, I've got some pinks and some yellows. So okay, maybe I will leave that out as well. I could pull this, but I think, oh yeah, I've already used the blues in it, but there's some pinks and some yellows. So let me pull those out. Oh, what about this? Kind of has that blue with, I mean, it's a little bit darker, but that's okay. Okay, I'm gonna stop fussing at that. So in this kit, I have the title, I have some little words and phrases, then I have 4 pieces of paper that are all fairly similar to the colors in here. There's a little bit of green, kind of a minty green, but what I might do is go into my enamel dots and just, not minty, sorry, lime is what I meant. Go into my enamel dots and see if I can find some lime green, or, you know, a yellow that's just a little bit more on the green side, and then I can pull that color into just a little bit. So there's the papers. Then I can find a bunch of stickers from here. It even has some of that lime green color, so I could pull some of that into. So I can do lots of little layers with that. I have these blue label stickers that I think would work really good, but then also here's some yellow if I wanted to throw yellow in. I have this little chipboard, and then let me just take a quick look here. I do have this with the lime color, so I could use that. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it. I could use those ones, or, well, I do have those as well. So maybe I'll go ahead and put both of those. I have hiccups, sorry. I'll go ahead and pull both of those and see where they take me. I do have these as well. Actually, those are almost a perfect match, aren't they? And I have some darker pink. Okay, actually, I'm gonna leave all 3 of them. You just never know. Sometimes you start crafting and you think you're headed in one direction, and then you switch to another direction. So I'm gonna leave all 3. There's no harm in doing that. And while I'm here, I'm pulling out some of these black and white things because I'll probably put those into my grayscale kit. So, okay, that's it. I am not fussing with this anymore. I have a ton. This is probably one of the bigger kits I've ever built for a page, but it gives me lots and lots of choice, and it lets me kind of take this however I want. And again, I probably won't use this, but I'm leaving it in there because I don't know, who knows? Maybe something will come my way and I'll feel inspired to use that in some way. But okay, so that is kit number 2. Let's pull out this kit because I know I can add those in. I've got silvers, whites, blacks. This is white and black. These are white and black. I might as well add some silver in there too. And I think I even had some gray in here in enamel dots. Oh, I could add those. They're kind of in that. Silver to me is definitely part of the gray scale feeling to it, so that can add some fun little iridescence. And I thought yeah, I've got these. They're sort of actually more of a taupe, aren't they? Than a gray. I don't know. Now that I'm putting them with other grays, they definitely don't scream super gray. A lot of the dark colors, I might want a pop of white just to have that contrast. I also have this. I have black and white. So we could pull these out and really just get a bunch of textures going. I love that. Okay. So I think I have a lot of paper. Am I going to keep those in there? I'm going to keep them in there. Yep. They're different, right? But they're still gray. They're just more on that kind of yellow color. But I'm going to keep them in there. So I've got lots of textures, lots of different styles of, you know, shapes and things that I can add in here. So now I just need a photo that I want to use. I do like this. You are beautiful. But also UGG could work. So maybe I could find, let's see if we can find pictures that will work with one of those. I'm just gonna start pulling. These are from December 2020. Is there anything in here? Something like that could work. Not the soup, but just that. I'm just thinking because it's sort of all muted colors. Something like that could work, but again, oh, I could put UGG at the bottom. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Because it's in grayscale, and then I could just put UGG at the bottom and just talk about the awful commute to work in snowstorms. And it's basically in grayscale. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't need this whole other half because it's used up. I love that. How satisfying is an empty sticker sheet? Okay, but I will use this. UGG. There we go. Let's put these back. Actually, I'm just gonna put them to the side in case I wanna pull some other stuff out from there. And let's put all of this into the kit. Quick and easy and done. All right, page number 3. Is that what we're at? Page number 3? Okay, this one here, again, we're calling this sort of the mixed kit. It's very earthy. The wording on here says things like, love yourself, bravely be you, focus on you, be who you are. This, I don't mind doing a picture of myself. And I did see a selfie. There's one selfie, but I know I have, I'm sure as I was passing by very quickly, I saw one with myself holding my Halloween mug. Didn't I? Didn't I? What a strange October this was. Or I could do that and do like a larger photo. This was such a strange October because we had tons of snow, but then also like beautiful non-snowy days. That's kind of a fun one to do with the kids and everyone too. Could do that. No, I think I'm gonna go with this. I don't usually do a big selfie of myself, so I'm gonna just own it, and that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. And it has some of the oranges, so it's a little bit more earth tones to match these papers. So, yep, that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. Let me get this paper back in here properly. And then we need a few stickers or embellishments or something. So I kind of like this one. I could cut the pink off of it because I don't know about adding the pink. But you know what? It's a mixed kit. It could definitely it could definitely work. How do I want to do this? Do I want to cut these out, or do I just want to find a little spot? Yeah. Okay, so I'll just take these. And put those there. And then let's see if there's anything on here that also kind of works. Hello is sort of very orange. Does that? Well, we'll put it there. It's a beautiful day could work, and it's kind of in gray, so that's nice. Wonderful could work. It's also in gray, but it has a little bit of that blue, so it kind of picks up on the teal and this darker color here. I wonder about the smile. This could also work. We'll see. I don't have to use everything I pull. I aim to, but I don't have to. Okay, took a little break there. You didn't know that, but I did. My dad brought me a coffee, but I want to add something else to this. What about some pins? I don't know if I have mixed feelings about the pin in this. Oh, I just pulled the pin right off. I might keep the pins and just do the cork. So there's 2 cork flowers, 2 cork hearts. And then I also saw in here some of this green, what is this called? Seam binding, I think. That's really pretty. It definitely matches. It has those earthy tones to it. So I might throw that in. That's something different that I haven't put into my other kits. So I've got some kind of orangey, grays, a little bit of the, you know, lighter blue here. And then I've got some green. I've got some cork. What else could I throw into this? I do definitely have a lot of papers going on and a lot of pattern. So I don't necessarily think I need anything more, but maybe instead of enamel dots, I could throw those hearts in there. Oh, those work. So lots of paper, a few little embellishments, and then, yeah, some stickers. Then I can throw some sequins in here as well when I'm ready to actually put it together. So I think that's gonna be it for this one. Now let's go with number 5, this one here. I definitely want to maybe, I don't know, do some sort of fun photo. I've got November here, and what is this? Oh, this is January. This is current. That's from December. Oh, that's when Sebastian won some headphones. He was super excited about that. Bass, what do you think? Should we use your photo?
Sure.
In this kit?
Sure.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, he's giving me his blessing. I think that's what we're gonna go with. Yep, let's do that one. Now we need some embellishments. So, since we're going with that, I feel like when I was going through here, some of those, I don't love the orange. I know it matches this orange, but if I cut that off, I don't think it matches that. However, some of these could work. I think this one could actually work. It's green, but if you look, if I kind of focus on this, I think that matches. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in. These are from Simple Stories. What was the collection called? Is it just called Rad? So Rad, yeah. So Rad. What else could work? Maybe this could work. And actually maybe the Epic. I could throw some orange in there. Okay, I'll leave that in there too. So I've got those 3. I also have this from the same collection, and there's headphones right there. He's so rad, rock on. Okay, so maybe I'll just leave that whole thing in there. I won't use all of them, but there's quite a few of them that I could use. These ones, this one, maybe the rock on, maybe the dude. Yeah, so I'll leave that. I do have this. And I have other elements of this collection, but I'm okay if I'm just gonna take a couple of these, I think. Like this tag could work, and maybe this could work. I'm gonna take this piece of paper and I'm gonna stick stuff on the back of it. So we could definitely do this one, and maybe this, and let's see if there's any of these. You could do awesome. Could put too cool for school, since he did win them at school for fundraising. So you got this also works, because he planned right from the beginning of the fundraiser that he was going to do his very best. And yeah, he went out there and he did it. Okay, so I think those probably work. And maybe, yeah, that's my boy. Just because, you know, I was really proud that he put that in his head, that that's what he wanted to do, and away he went. He earned the points, and he got himself that prize. So, okay. Do I need some sort of larger title, or just maybe add some thickers to it? I have these. Those will work. We could do a little bit of a title with that maybe. I haven't used them, so there's, you know, all the letters, definitely. Okay, so I think that is what I'll do for this. So I've got lots and lots of words going on and stickers. I've got my photo, I've got enamel dots, and I've got a couple of embellishments, and I've got some thickers. There we go. I think that's good. All right. So I've got this kit, this kit, this kit. Was there something else I was just thinking about with this one? Why do I feel like, oh yeah. I think I'm gonna add these sequins in there as well. That's what I was thinking. This kit is super loaded. This is, I think, is gonna end up being the kit where I just really like go to town with embellishment. And then I've got this kit and my Christmas kit. 5 kits, all set, all ready to go. So one of these pages is definitely going to overlap Tuesdays in the Attic, so I'll probably use a Freaky Fast formula to create with the page. And then we have Christmas in February, so that will be a page that kind of will overlap. And then the other one is, I think I might hop onto Pinterest and create a page with some Pinterest inspiration because it overlaps with Off the Board. That is the plans for me. So you will see these over the next week get created, and that will be it. It should be really exciting. Go check out everybody else's videos. We've got Kristen and Shannon and Christy and Moira and Sheila's on Instagram. I love all the kits that they put together. Everybody has their own sort of different, unique approach to it. So it's always fun to see how they get put together, what is the inspiration or the jumping off point, and how they create with them. But that is it for me for today. So I will be back tomorrow with my first layout. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And until next time, happy scrapping. Bye.
Bye. Thanks to me. To what button? To my channel.